My name is the Cup of Joe. We got a great event happening right now. We got every single platform, PC, PlayStation, Xbox, for Gamers Equality, brought to you by Gamers We Care. I am the behind the scenes guy of the podcast, if you didn't tune in the early days of the podcast. So hi, nice to meet you all. But yeah, let's we're gonna be seeing a plethora of Battlefield 5 this evening. We have we got 4 streamers from each platform. They're going to be in the SCO Hellfighters servers this evening. They have a server every single Saturday night for each of the platforms. I've yet to be involved with it, but I'm probably going to start doing so in the near future, most likely on PC, as that is where I have moved to. But we are going to get started with an interview with the founder of the GWC, as well as Derek from SCO. So let's jump in to their channel and talk to them about some equality in gaming. And we are here live with both Mizzy and Derek. How are you guys this evening?
Super great. Hello. Thank you.
Yeah, all great. Thank you.
Great to have you both here.
I'm so excited. I'm super excited. I really want to see tonight, that I want to feel that this is different what we are doing today, So I'm really looking forward to that. I don't know. How about you, Derek?
Yeah, really excited. You got a message out there as well for equality.
You don't sound excited. I want to hear it.
Oh, I'm very excited. I don't normally sound excited, but trust me, I'm very excited.
That is a Scottish excited. You can hear
it.
Well, that's great. I'm really excited to be here as well. Get to see some top tier Battlefield play. We got a great plethora of the streamers. Why don't we go through them all? Mizzy, why don't you take us through who we're going to be seeing this evening?
Oh man, we have such a lineup tonight. I'm so very proud. I feel like I have friends playing tonight, and they definitely stand for positivity in gaming. We have Flagfire here, we have Sluggish here, we have small, we have big streamers here. By the way, yeah, we have not only like we looked for let's see whoever can make it. Now we are looking for people where we believe and they stand for positive gaming. So for Xbox, for example, we have Flagfire here, Sluggish, your big brother Steve, amazing streamer, and TZ. I think these guys are amazing. For PS4, who do we have there? SMKGaming, Neon PWA, and Miss Sanitata. I mean, what can you say? And Fire, of course. Great guys as well. And for PC here, Galatron, Gabitron, and LogantheBrawler, great content creator, you guys, and Lady Caros from Greece. So you see, guys, it's from very different countries, all over the world. I think that's already a good start.
Definitely. We got big, small, everywhere in between. A lot of really great content creators out there and some pretty good Battlefield players as well. So excited to see what they're able to bring out this evening and just talk about equality in the gaming sphere. So really excited to do that. Did you want to do a little bit about what gaming and equality means to you, Mizzy?
Oh, sure. Look, I think we want to play our part with you out there, guys. Like no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, we should be all treating each other as equals in gaming, and that's one point of being a non-toxic community. We all come with the same hardware. We are all unique and equal at the same time. So our minds, factory setting basically is the same. And I think this is a good start tonight. I don't think this will be the last time we do this. I think this is just the beginning. And the more we create these kinds of events, the more people maybe we see that gaming could be something else, you know, they never experienced maybe even before. Sorry, long answer.
No, that's great because it's your answer and that's all that matters. It's how you feel about equality in gaming. How about you, Derek, as well?
Yeah, basically, just like Missy said there, treat everybody as equals, recognise people's individual needs, and keep moving forward. Positivity is key in gaming, in my opinion.
I definitely agree with that indeed. So I don't know. Is there anything else that, you wanted to add, Mizzy?
Absolutely. Sorry, I have to intervene here. By the way, Derek, I'm so super grateful. Like when I asked Derek, you know, from the Scottish Hellfire community, like, do you want to join me on this? And he was like immediately, yeah, let's do it. So what I'm really hoping for is that we can find more communities, you know, like these guys, who jump on with us, you know, and say like, hey, let's create something different, which is like not competitive, just, you know, something where we can create something new together. And thank you so much, Derek, again. Thank you to all the community members of Scottish Hellfire. Guys, you are amazing. So many people actually worked hours for this event to happen. So thank you, all of you.
It's absolutely our pleasure to be on board. It's a great message to get across to the community. And thank you for asking us to be part of it.
Yeah, thank you guys for letting us join in on the fun. As I said, I have yet to participate in one of the servers, but I plan on doing so in the coming weeks. So it's always a good time to get into a good community server and just have some good old fun on the battlefield. So we are going to be moving on to talking to each of the different console and PC, I believe. Before we do that, Mizzy, anything final that you want to get out there?
Go, please. We are a little bit behind the time, so I should stop talking. Let's
okay. All right. So I am going to switch on over to their channels, and we will be talking with PC first. They are all online and getting into play. So let's see how many of them are actually in the chat. So let's head on over there. We will be with them momentarily. First question. Can you tell us exactly what equality means to you guys and why it's so important in the gaming sphere?
Equality in the gaming for me is important just because, you know, we're all here to have a good time. We're all here to enjoy ourselves in the game itself. Maybe this is the game that we love, have so much passion for, just love playing it. And then when you get on and the equality isn't there, it can just ruin the experience as just a player, not even being a streamer or creating content. So yeah, we all should just support each other, be positive, and you know, there should be equality for every single person that wants to join in whatever game that might be.
Great answer. Gabbytron, how about you?
Yeah, so for me, it means, you know, kind of along the same lines that we're here to have fun and enjoy ourselves. And sometimes, you know, gaming's our outlet for that. And, you know, it's really disappointing when you have that kind of toxicity coming from people online. So just, you know, let everyone have fun. There's really nothing that should get in the way of just, you know, minding your own business. Sometimes it's just letting everyone have fun. So I'm here just to, you know, help, I guess, remind everyone that we're all here just to have fun, and there's no need for some of the toxicity that comes out of people sometimes, and maybe sometimes that just means that you need to work on yourself and maybe realize why you're taking it out on people online. But yeah.
Great answer. And Lady Kerberos, how about yourself?
For me, it's a really big deal because since females play this game, and I say every time that females should play this game and they should not be downed on playing video games. So it's like a nice respect towards gamers, equality for male gamers and female gamers, and everyone just gaming together as one community and just having fun.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I've got many friends of mine that are women, and they're great players, and it's a lot of fun to have them in the parties just to mix it up, have good conversations about whatever it may be. So it's always a good time to have as many people in a party as you can playing the game that you really like. It's a lot of fun. Exactly. So looks like Logan has joined us. How you doing?
Hey. Sorry, I didn't notice you were you were starting.
That's okay. I figured you'd jump in here eventually, so I left you till last.
Okay.
So the first question that we had was, what does equality in gaming mean to you, and why is it so important?
It's really important because it's like in real life. No one should be like harassed or called out just because, I don't know, maybe they got a name that's maybe similar to something that people don't like, or that shouldn't be mean anything. And as you were saying, you had a lot of friends playing that are women, and or anyone. I have a lot of girls in my community playing, and we love to bring them in, because there's not that many players that I know of. There are more people. There are more guys playing games. I don't know. Perhaps that's a thing. But I love to see when people dare to get in and play. And I the other day I was like playing, and a friend of mine was a girl playing. Her name was reminiscent to a girl's name, and people were like calling it out right away. Like, oh, that's a girl. Let's get her. Oh, shit, we gotta take. Or people just being like assholes, just because of that, and I hate that. Why should it be like that? And yeah, that's I got a lot to say about this, but people on internet they think they can do whatever they want and get away with it, and sometimes that's true, and that's horrible. And that's not only towards women, that's anyone.
Definitely. The overall toxicity that we see in the gaming sphere definitely needs to shift away from it, obviously. It is just very unfortunate that it's become such a synonymous thing with gaming, whether it's, as you said, pointing out that it might be a girl that's playing, or maybe it's just somebody that you've played against a whole lot and you really don't like. It's very unfortunate that is something that we have to deal with in the community, but we are here to talk about it and to spread awareness as to it doesn't have to be like that. It can just be everybody gets on and has fun playing whatever game it is that they're playing.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So
I'm a part of a kind of a huge SBA, Swedish Battlefield Alliance. We had an event yesterday. There are a couple of girls playing there, and we really promote them like to come play. And some of them just, nah, I don't want to be a part of this time but last time we were on an official server, and people were just starting like that, like being real dicks in the chat rooms. And but yesterday we had an event on our own server, and it was really fun. Everyone participated, and we had a blast.
that's great.
That's the whole point of it, playing together and having fun, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. So, all right. Well, it's gonna be going on to a final question. Kind of don't have enough time for the second one, but we'll go to the final one. What are your guys' expectations for tonight?
Just have fun.
Yeah, have fun. We're on.
Play
I
as a
usually
community. Yeah.
Yeah, anybody from the community, if you're hanging out in GWC chat, all three platforms, look it up. Gamers for Equality should be the name on all three servers. Come in, play with us. It's the whole point of this whole event is to not only, maybe, so you guys can meet some of us as creators, but as well, just play with the community and play as a community and just as for equality and have fun and, no toxic stuff.
Exactly. So, as Galatron said, feel free to join in on any of the platforms. And with that, I'm going to switch on over to the PlayStation guys and we will catch you later, and we'll be seeing you guys play in a little bit.
Yeah.
So thanks for being here for the
Absolutely.
interview.
Thank you.
I look forward to it, man.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. All right, so let's we'll go do a couple of quick questions. I know your game's going, so it won't take too long with the interview. Do the same 2 questions that I did with the PC players. First, I'm just going to go in order from left to right on my screen, which is going to be SMK, Neon, Fire, then Miss Sanitator. First question is, what does equality in gaming mean to you, SMK?
I find whenever I've been gaming, and obviously Gamers We Care did a whole discussion on it, is females, and I think at the minute it is with the likes of females in gaming and the way they're treated. Obviously, guys have this whole thing that, you know, the best gamers and gaming is about, you know, fellas playing together, but it's not. It's about anybody playing together, you know, whether that's a kid, an adult, a male, a female, or whoever wants to play, you know, they should be treated the same as everybody else. And I think like that's one of my main things at the minute. And everyone should be treated the same. You know, everyone's a gamer. It doesn't matter if you're playing on mobile, whether you're a PC gamer, whether you're a console gamer, any form of gaming, you're a gamer and you should be treated, you know, fairly, just like you would treat your friends that you play games with. And I think that's, you know, what we're trying to raise awareness of. Everyone that enjoys games is a gamer.
Yeah, that is a great answer. Neon, same question to you.
Well, funny enough, it's actually quite similar to SMK, so I have to change mine up a little bit. Pretty much, I think the thing for me really is kind of just more of like just giving more awareness to like all these really small streamers and stuff, and actually just kind of being like, you know, because you see these events and you always see like the same streamers, so it's nice for once to actually see these streamers who you don't really know of, and just kind of give them, you know, that love and just being like, hey, this is about communities, gamers care. It doesn't matter what size you are, you know, we all stick together, and it's just, you know, everyone's just everyone, you know, I mean, everyone's equal no matter what size you are, and just like what SMK said, you know, I mean, male, female, it doesn't matter, you know? That's what I like about it.
So Miss Sanitator, last but not least, what do you got to say?
Well, I think the equality is indeed just everyone should be equal plays. For myself, I've had a couple of times that I wanted to play competitive, and I got the feeling that they treat me differently than they would treat other men, and that's unfortunate. And also when you're playing, you can always see that a lot of people try to add you because it's Miss Sanitator, and it should be equality. It shouldn't matter if females, males, or whatever, what you look like. It shouldn't matter, because eventually we're all just the same kind of skeleton that's from the inside, so it shouldn't matter. That's what I have to say about it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It really shouldn't matter. And as being a platoon leader for a competitive team, it is a very unforgiving community, unfortunately. And it's it would be really nice if everybody got the fair shake in the competitive community that they rightly deserve.
Because I'm a really good, well, I think I'm a really good one in a team, and also because I'm a good medic. It's something that's I think needed in a competitive game. It's not only about how you shoot and if you shoot good or not. It's also about just being the team and the revives and making sure that the tickets don't go down as much.
Yeah, exactly. Medic, in my opinion, is one of the most important roles that is in competitive. So completely agree on that front. And gonna end it off with a quick one for everybody. But what are your expectations for this evening? You just trying to have some good rounds, SMK?
Yeah, hopefully going to have some good rounds, some MVPs, I'm hoping. But yeah, obviously if we can raise awareness and some people interact with us and give us maybe some of their experiences. If you have an experience, and you want to share it with us, someone's not treated you the way you want to be treated, talk to us about it. It's good to get it out. Let us know in our chat, each streamer's chat or in the Gamers We Care chat. Let us know. We're here to share our own stories and whatnot.
Exactly. And as you said, if you have a story that you want to share in whichever stream it is that you are watching this from, please feel free. That is exactly what we're here to talk about. So it'd be great to have some of those stories coming out. Neon, how about yourself? What do you got on the agenda for this evening?
I think it's more about just having the community as a whole today. It's really just showing that, like, whatever everyone's going through today, it just so shows that, as a Battlefield community and just as the Games Care and all that, we're all together today, and that's what I like about it. But hopefully the team balancing will work as well, because we're really outnumbered.
What I have for tonight, just some normal fun community game playing, and showing off my awesome medic skills.
There you go. Sounds like a plan. Well, thank you all very much for coming out tonight. Gonna get to see some of your guys' gameplay. Excited to see some of that. So we will catch you in the stream. But have a good night and enjoy the community event. All right, and let's move on to the last platform, which is going to be moving on over to Xbox. Looks like we got your big brother Steve in there right now. Everybody's in there, but not sure how many people are going to notice when we join in. But I'll talk to Steve real quick. Let's see what they got going on. And I am here. Steve, I see you are in here, my good friend. How are you this evening?
Hi, how you doing?
I am doing well. How is everybody else? Everybody else is in here, but it doesn't seem like they are really listening right now. But why don't we they'll eventually show up. So let's just talk together real quick. Got a couple of quick questions about tonight.
Okay.
What does equality in gaming mean to you?
Equality in gaming means to me is that everyone's equal. You're not putting people down. Everybody's trying to have a good time in gaming. There's no like getting angry at people or making them feel bad about themselves. Stuff like that.
Great, and it looks like TZBra has joined the conversation. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Joe. A friend of mine a viewer of mine just told me that interview's up, so apologize for the delay.
No worries. It's okay. So did you hear the first question, or would you like for me to repeat it?
Yeah, can you repeat it, because I didn't hear that?
Yeah, no worries. Equality in gaming, what does it mean to you?
Well, to me, anyone can game, like, regardless of, well, it's like anyone can game, like man or woman, or like any race. Like, I guess, like, I don't want to take this like offensive, like, offend anyone based on what I'm saying, but it's like I said, anyone can game. I'm fine. Like, if gaming is like their passion, like, it's anyone. It's pretty much how I see it. It's just I don't mind, anybody can. I know I'm repeating myself, but that's pretty much how it goes. I don't have a straight answer other than just anyone can game, like, regardless of who they are, like gender or race. That anyone can game. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah, exactly. And it can be a very simple answer just like that. I think that was very well put right there. But seems like you guys are the only two that are in here right now. Oh, nope. Sluggish has arrived. How are you doing?
How you doing? Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. So we were just going through to ask a question to each of the streamers. So why don't we go ahead and ask that for you? What exactly does equality in gaming mean to you?
equality for me in gaming means involvement for everybody, no matter race, creed, colour, sexual orientation, whether they play with one hand, right hand, left hand. Do you know what I mean? Just you got to include everybody. If it's equality you're after, then everybody has to be included into everything. You know, that's my thought on it.
Yeah, great, clear, concise answer, and completely agree with it as well. There's really not a single person that I haven't agreed with because everybody's reasons are their own, and we've heard some really great ones so far. Not looking like Black has joined us, so I guess we'll move on to the last question. What are your guys' expectations for this evening? Just trying to have some good games this evening, and
we're having already some fun, sweaty games right now.
Yeah. And there's some tea bags in here. I already got some guy on the other
Wait,
team. I'm not gonna say.
is it E too good? I can always kick him. Is he
Yeah,
teabagging?
mostly, but I'm not bothered by it. I mean, if he's gonna be that way, I'm not
I
gonna
can
stop
always.
him.
He's known for that kind of shenanigans.
yeah, unfortunately, that is a well-known thing. Not specifically pointing him out, but just in Battlefield overall, the teabags are definitely gonna fly whenever somebody feels like it.
No. There's like friendly version of the teabag, and there's like this certain people that do it, unfriendly
Yeah.
wise.
Yeah.
Like this one guy just kept kills you. He just teabag right away, like thinking it's like hot shit or something.
Trying to find out if Flack has gone live right now, but it doesn't seem to. And so that's gonna be it for the interview right now, guys.
I did. I'm just having tech problems here because YouTube, despite wanting to be a streaming service, doesn't actually know how to operate a streaming service. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay. Well, do you have the time to answer a couple quick questions, or do you want to focus on getting your stream up?
Go ahead and ask the questions here because it's probably going to take me some time to figure this out. So
okay, so yeah, real quick, what is equality in gaming mean to you?
I think equality in gaming means to me specifically, not gatekeeping stuff. Like we're talking about gaming here, we're talking about things that should be open and accessible to everybody, regardless of what I'm trying to think of a good way to put this. What gender or race or level of skill or even what kind of game it is. Where it's always frustrating to me. We see on the internet all the time. Somebody says, "Oh, you're not a real gamer because you're a girl or because you play mobile games or any number of things." And people just really try to hoard this idea of gaming to say that I control whether or not you're a gamer, and that's not what it's about. It's about playing, having fun, enjoying yourself. And it should be a constructive, enjoyable thing. So from my point of view, letting people play the game how they want to play it, respecting your enemy if you are playing a multiplayer game like Battlefield, for example. That's kind of how I would look at it there.
Yeah, great answer. And the final question to you, sir, is what are you expecting to have some fun tonight in the server, or do you have any expectations this evening?
My expectation is to first get my YouTube stuff figured out, and then to have fun. That's kind of where I'm at with things right now. So
Great. Well, I'll be keeping an eye on it to make sure that we get you on screen once you get it all set up. But thank you all very much for coming out this evening to join in this event put on by the SCO. Excited to see some good Battlefield play this evening, and we'll let you guys get back to your sweaty server.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, you guys have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
All right, so we are back. Just gonna bring in my co-host for the evening, Miss Quinn. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Gonna be going and jumping back in with the PC crew to see what their experience is like so far. So let's do that right now and see what they got going on. What does gaming equality mean to you?
I mean, gaming equality, we had so many great answers tonight, and I really feel like everybody hit on some really good points. As a female gamer myself, I've experienced a lot of negativity in the community, but I do have a great group of friends that I run with and play all the time. So I think it's just really changing the attitude and welcoming people in, regardless of their gender, sexuality, anything. It doesn't matter. We're all part of the same community, so it should all be inclusive.
Exactly. It doesn't matter who you are. If you want to play video games, then you should be able to and do so in a safe environment. And that's really what it is going to be about. So I just had pretty much everybody's audio going all at once, and that was very chaotic to have that going on from in-game. So I guess I'll just switch over to a couple of people every once in a while. So we got Logan up first coming in, and it's looking like they are using a I think there's two. Yeah, Logan is playing with one of his team, Claw, I believe, and then I think the other three are teamed up together. Yeah, I can see Gabby is building with Galatron right there, and Lady has gone into Charlie to capture that point. Again, we are playing tactical conquest this evening with no vehicles other than transports, I believe, because sometimes you get a really good tanker in there and the server can just get very lopsided. So infantry only was the decision for this evening. So I'm excited to join in the event eventually, whether it's on PC or PlayStation, so that I can see what it's all about, because it sounds like an awesome time, and I've just yet to get in onto it. But I would play on PlayStation as well, so that I could bring in, my PlayStation friends.
Yeah, it sounds like a really fun opportunity to get in on. I'm not on the PC platform yet, but definitely could get into the PS4 platform, so that would be a lot of fun.
Indeed, it would be. So it sounds like Galatron, Gabatron, and Lady Kerber, I think they're all still in the same Discord, so you can still hear them, but only hearing Logan's game volume, but turning them all on, that was just a very bad idea. So let's go through. I've been kind of neglecting chat. Sorry about that. Let's go back into it a little bit, and we got Scott1 coming in talking about Miss Sanitator's costume, and you saying that you really liked her Sanitator hat. That's pretty.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
Sanitator is, I think she's just a couple ahead of me on the leaderboards, actually, for most heals, and she seems to be one of those girls that I've been constantly chasing, trying to get ahead of her. I would actually love to have a chance to game with her. I run the same style that she does. I'm solid medic, I feel, and I just think it'd be a blast to team up with her.
Yeah, it definitely would be. For sure. It's always good to have a medic behind you picking you up. My KD wouldn't be what it is without it, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So, looking like their game is going pretty well for them. They do have everything except for, I believe that's Delta taken right now, and it looks like they're trying to push in onto it. And so they're doing quite a good job right now in their server. So kind of hearing them talk to their chats, play the game. And this is all exactly what it's all about. getting together in a server, squatting up, or having multiple squads so you can get more people in there and just having some fun. And I definitely can see that the community SCO has come out and put on a great event for this evening, and I'm sure it's going to continue until the next BF6 or whatever it's going to be called, and I'm excited for that, and I'm sure everybody else is. So let's get back to the chat. We got Avenging Storm saying she doesn't think that TZ could possibly ever be offensive, that known him for years and haven't heard a single mean thing come out of his mouth, and that's exactly why he got invited. Just a really awesome streamer, really awesome person. After having that brief conversation with him earlier, seems like an awesome guy. Orange coming in saying that Flack is fixing his mustache. Unfortunately, it wasn't just that. Some technical issues were happening. Speaking of which, I gotta go back and check to see if he has gone live, which unfortunately he has not, so we're gonna keep looking at that. And Avenging Storm saying that she teabags, but only in celebration if you do something cool. Don't teabag to be a jerk. Yeah, I can definitely agree in that. I usually jump around as to not be mistaken for the teabag being a jerk. So
Yeah, I usually default to the jumping around if something really well goes off, because you're not able to talk to everybody that's seen that teabag, and then all it takes is one person to take that celebratory teabag the wrong way.
yeah, exactly. It's really, and then it just devolves. It really just devolves down into people going out and doing whatever they feel like doing, and that can lead to some pretty bad situations.
I'm a Delta. There's a lot of people here.
So, who do we got? We got Takaru coming in saying one of them hit it on the head perfectly. We're all just a skeleton playing games. Doesn't matter what's on the outside of that skeleton. We're all the same and here for the same kinds of reasons. That is exactly it. We're all flesh and bones at the end of the day. And that's a great way to put it. I can definitely agree. Scott one saying meta class, best class. Yeah, I'm an assault main. I like blowing stuff up as we said in the past. So let's switch on over to see how the PlayStation crew is doing, just to switch it up. So we're gonna do that right now. All right, let's get down there for PlayStation. We're gonna go on board with SMK's volume, as seems like he is doing pretty well right now. Seems like their server is going pretty well. Looks like, I don't know, it's hard to really decipher with everybody's different color schemes going on. It seems like SMK's color scheme should really be with neon, you know, the pink and the blue and everything like that, but it works out. Anyways, and it looks like they are having a good time working together. See SMK rocking the Sturmgewehr with the 3 times. I know that's his favorite weapon, or his main weapon. I don't know if it's his favorite, but definitely his main weapon in this one. So, oh, and Fire goes for a dip in the pool. Oh, looks like SMK's having some troubles. He's getting attacked by a few players at once, but I've definitely seen him come and get out of a situation like this before, but he's not going to when somebody lands a perfect potato masher nade right on top of him. Doesn't look like anybody's going to be coming to his defense either. Neon's up on the rails. Miss Sanitator is bleeding out. Was close, but yeah.
The poor girl was waiting for a revive, got it, and got killed again. I know how that feels.
Oh, it's yeah, that is definitely, it happens. It happens. You go in and you want to get that, you want somebody to pick you up, but then you see out of the corner of your eye somebody aiming directly at you, and you're not on comms or you're not in a party together. They come in, revive you without smoke. Remember to use your smoke medics. I know you do, Miss Quinn, and I'm sure Miss Sanitator knows to do that as well. But if if you're not using smokes and you're medic, you're providing a disservice when you go for those revives, because more than likely a smart player is going to wait for you to get the revive, and then they're going to get a 2-piece on you, and that's never fun when you're trying to do something good, but you go down as well in the process.
Yeah, it just seems it's unfortunate that it seems like smoke has become not as effective as it used to be in the beginning of this game.
Yeah, definitely not. It seems like they changed something. Granted, the entire game has kind of changed over the couple of years that it's been around, but it's still a fun time to get on there and squad up with some friends, and that's really ultimately what this event is about. It's about bridging the communities together, as they will be bridging, hopefully. We haven't heard confirmation of cross-platform for the next Battlefield, but industry standard seems to be going that way. I mean, there's so many crossplay games out there. And
yeah, and crossplay would make an event like this much easier to manage. You wouldn't have to have all these different servers across different platforms.
Yeah, exactly. It would be, you know, everybody jumps into a single server, everybody gets in and has a great time together. So, and I'm sure that between all the players out there, we can fill up an entire server of 64 or maybe 128. We don't know yet.
No, we don't know yet.
With like-minded people, and just have some good old Battlefield fun, and maybe start some Jeep launching shenanigans or something along those lines. So just making sure that I haven't missed anything in the chat. Doesn't look like it. Mizzy's making sure. Oh, Avengeance saying jumping around is probably the smarter thing to do. Yeah, it's I don't know. People have taken that the wrong way. Even any type of retaliatory, whether it's celebration or whatever it may be, seems like people just get really offended by it. But some people will. Others will not.
Dude, I can't get you.
So
this is true. I mean, everybody can take different gestures a different way, and this is probably another thing that we can talk about with being equal. It's hard to keep in mind what how everybody can react to something that you've done or said.
Yeah, exactly. So we have switched on over to Neon's audio. Looks like he's got his trusty sidekick Dwarf King there with him, part of the PWA as well. Trusted Beard playing in there, and Coach YouTube from Ugly is in there as well. That is a powerhouse of a squad, let me tell you. Neon has some of the best console aim out there. Trusted is a very good medic. Dwarf King, I really don't know what his role is. Well, okay, it's a full squad of medics, so they're just gonna be
revive train
and wrecking everybody in town, because he is going off. He is gonna get taken down by one of the TMM guys, Family Manager 120. So great to have everybody here this evening. Seems to be going pretty well thus far. Seems like my internet has also calmed down. Haven't dropped any frames in a while. Don't jinx me. Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Yeah, everybody knock on wood.
Please, for the love of God. Yeah. Is what it is, but we're getting through it. Takaru saying they're embodying equality. If we're all medics, we're all the same. No one has more of an advantage. I mean, yeah, that's pretty right. That is pretty right. Not a whole lot of variety, but hey, they're all the same, and they're going to be able to keep each other up and moving around whenever they need to do so. And it looks like Neon is just having a little fun in the stairwell right now, capturing this E objective with his squad. And it looks like they're kind of all spread out a little bit. Looks like Miss Sanitator and Neon are running together. Fire is down below, in between Delta and Echo, underneath the rail line, and SMK is over at A. Seems like he's trying to one-man army it, holding this by himself with a couple of teammates there, but they are going to be able to grab it. So they seems like everybody's having a good time. Doesn't seem like anybody's really getting too crazy out there. Just seems like a really good, awesome time that are happening. Oh, actually, they're on opposite sides. They're not on the same team. Oh, because I just saw Fire.
Oh, that's interesting.
Get killed by Dwarf King. So, wonder which sides exactly they are on.
Oh, okay, we're losing E. Right.
Avenging saying that loves the medic class too much to be trying to do for anything else. Trust me, medic does more than enough. When you're going after a tank and your 2 assault guys and your support guy go down, you got to get picked up to take that tank out. So, like I said, I think it is one of the most important roles in the Battlefield lineup. I mean, medic, assault, when it was back in BF4, when a medic was quote unquote the assault class, because you got the assault rifles, that was, everybody loved it because you got the good guns and you got the and you got the defibs and the heals, so you can just one-man army it yourself going around. And if you're really good at it, I mean, you could never die if you were able to keep yourself alive that long. So
yeah, it's a little more difficult to one-man army around on Battlefield 5. You really don't have too many explosives at your disposal as a medic.
That's true, and I mean, I mentioned this the other day to you that I just noticed that medics have some type of explosive charge, and I'm sure that got added with the final content that got added way back in, what was it, June or something like that. But I never play medic, so I never look in their gadgets.
Yeah, I never bothered to look for it either, and I don't like running the AP mine, which I think the medic does have access to as well, so I don't want to lose my smoke entirely for AP mines. I think the revives are more important when I've got my support and my assault players with me.
Yeah, AP mines are the bane of my existence, because the people that run them are very smart about planting them very equal distance apart. So if you try to go through, and they put in like a choke point, so you have to go directly through both of them. And actually, I was playing the other night and had a occasion to try to go in and defuse these things, because apparently you can do that. I knew that you could do that, but I'd never tried it because I just never thought to. I just would always just try to slide underneath and stay alive that way. But yeah, apparently you can defuse them, but there's no like, there's no like hit square to defuse, you know, prompt that comes up. So hopefully there's something like that in the next one, if there's the defuse option.
It does come up. I actually successfully defused one last week or the week before while we were playing, but you have to crawl up really close to that thing and wait for the square on PlayStation anyway, to be able to defuse it. The problem with that is if you're trying to defuse and your squad mate or anybody else for that matter goes running through, you're dead.
Yep. It's instant death. Instant death. So let me check in to see if Flack has been able to figure out his live. He has. Awesome. So we're gonna go and check out the Xbox stream as soon as we get it up. It is up, and let's switch on over to Xbox real quick. All right, and the screens are lined up. Praise for the tech gods out there for allowing that to happen. Oh, it looks like Flax is a little off on that one, and there we go. Perfect. Now it's all lined up. Everything's symmetric. My ADD can calm down, or my OCD can calm down now. So that is good, but we still got Neon's sound going on. Let's see. Let's go in with Flackfire's audio, because I do know some people really enjoy his speaking voice, and I am of the same. Oh, what happened? Clicked on the opposite.
That's nice.
There we go. All right, good. Audio's there. All right, clicking on things that I shouldn't be clicking on. Oh, and actually, I'm kind of in his way, so I am gonna move myself real quick so that I am not right in his face. There we go. The man, the myth, the legend right there, Flackfire. Looks like they are on Operation Underground right now. And they are pushing forward. Looks like they got an Alpha Bravo hold going on. Flack chunking out some sandwiches, I like to call them, trying to feed the people some explosive sandwiches. Ooh, gets a hit. No death. But oh, he's got that Moss 44. I don't know exactly which camo he's running on that one, but it looks nice. Maybe it's one of the new Tripoli ones. I don't know if that ever got on the Moss, but Moss, a very solid semi-auto rifle. And so looking like they are having a good one. T-Zebra using the MP34, not what you usually see on Operation, I was about to call it Metro, Operation Underground. Usually you see something fast fire rate, Thompson, Swomy, something along those lines. But if you're really accurate with the MP34, you can put some serious damage on people in a hurry, for sure.
Yeah, everybody likes those fast fire weapon rates on this map in particular. It's just such close quarters, so you don't want to be down there with a sniper unless you're looking, you know, down the train line maybe on the left side there of the objective.
Exactly. Or you're trying to get some quick scopes going. Let's see, make sure I didn't miss anything in the chat. Doesn't look like it. Talker is saying that they've never played Battlefield themselves, but seeing an event like this makes them kind of regret not playing. And yeah, I mean, Battlefield 5 gets a lot of hate in the Battlefield
in the franchise?
realm, in the franchise. Yeah, thank you for picking me up on that slip and fall on my face. But you know, for all of its bad things that happened to it and the early cut of content, at the end of the day, it does have some redeeming qualities that I hope they bring into the next one. Is there anything specific that you can think of that you would like them to bring back with Battlefield 6?
Specific from Battlefield 5 to 6?
Yeah. Or the chat, if you guys have any opinions on that.
I definitely enjoy the buddy revive system. I feel like that was lacking from Battlefield 1. I do like the gunplay much more in Battlefield 5. You know, I know you and I have talked about this many times before. In Battlefield 5, my bullets go where they're supposed to go. They don't just kind of stray off wherever they want to, like they do in Battlefield 1.
Yeah, that random bullet deviation, they can keep that one in the rubbish, if you ask me. And even then, sometimes, especially with the semi-auto rifles on assault, it's just, apparently I can't do the things that I'm trying to do because I try to strafe with them, and half the time my bullets don't hit, even though my reticle is right on them. It's very infuriating. It's like if I aim at something and I know it should hit, you know, regardless of whether I'm at long range or anything like that, if I see the tracer round go through their body, I better get a hit marker at least or something.
Yeah, at the very least. It's quite frustrating when you know you're on target and the game says otherwise.
Exactly. It's just like, I know I hit that guy. And I've even gone so far as to watch recordings back and being like, I was right. Because, you know, heat of the moment, you're in there, you're like, oh my God, you know, I know I hit that guy. I know I hit that guy. And then you go watch back, you're like, yeah, I didn't hit that guy. Definitely.
I think something I would like to see from Battlefield 1 that they skipped with 5 was back to the 5-man squad.
Okay,
or
yeah.
5-person squad.
Yep, 5-person squad, being able to have an extra person in there. It was, I don't know why they did it. I mean, I don't know, maybe somebody in chat knows exactly why they went from the 5 to the 4-1. And perhaps balance, I don't know. Maybe it was easier because of the server size being 64 and 4 being an even number, that you can have the equal amount of squads of 4 together instead of 5. But I don't know. Seems like that's kind of a silly reason just to have a just to have it for that reason. It's like, okay, so everybody can be in a squad of 5 except for 1 has to be in a squad of 4. Like, so
When do you think we can
Yeah,
expect to see
and I mean,
something
how often
official
do
for
you jump
Battlefield
into
6? I
any
think we will get
Battlefield
something
game and
official for
find people in
Battlefield
squads of
6
2
in
and
May.
3 and sometimes even
I don't know
solo? So
when
I don't
yet,
really think that having that
but
restriction
I
to 4 is
assume
going to
it
be
will be
advantageous
in
in
May.
Battlefield 6.
I think with
Yeah,
everything going on
definitely.
with
It's
the COVID
we'll see
stuff,
what
I
happens
think
because
it's going to
we've heard
be
rumor of
a YouTube
128,
reveal.
and then
I
that
think
just
they'll do
completely
a
changes the
reveal
whole
and
ball
then
game right
really
there, in my
do kind
opinion.
of a deep dive in gameplay
You know,
in
5,
June,
4, you
which
got,
I
you know,
suspect will
8-man
probably
squads at that
also
point
still
because you're
be
doubling the size. Maybe 10-man. I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited. All these new things that are going to be coming out with the next one. Hopefully, we're going to get some legitimate
only
teasers
thing as
and
it was this
legitimate
this past
leaks,
year.
if you will, coming out. I know that Flack's been keeping an eye on it and being like, yeah, these are the leaks, but I don't know about them.
Yeah, there's no credibility behind them.
Exactly. The only credibility that you do have is coming from some ex-devs from DICE being like, yeah. Doesn't seem like they're agreeing with any of the leaks that have been coming out recently at all either.
I think Tarakuru needs to pick up Battlefield 5. I don't think it's an expensive game to pick up anymore. You can jump it right into the action.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I've seen it as low as like $5 to $10 on certain sales before. So definitely a great game to be able to jump into, especially if you're a fan of the Battlefield franchise. It is, like I said, it's had its issues, but at the end of the day, it still is a fun game to play. So it looks like they have finished off the round on Xbox. So let's switch on over back to PC because they are currently in an active server. Let's switch on over to them.
Guys got a Battlefield.
And we got Galatron with the sound right now. Sounds like he's talking to
All in for the next Battlefield. I like it, dude.
talking to his
Alright, I'm
chat
gonna try to
about
go
the
D.
next Battlefield.
D.
They are on Devastation. Galatron using the slow fire rate ZK. Usually see the fast fire rate, but with the slow fire rate, you do get that extended mag to 50. So whole lot of ammo to chew through. And since you're not shooting as fast, more than enough ammo to take out a whole bunch of players all at once. We got Lady Kerberos rocking the fast fire rate. ZK in gold, looking nice and stylish right there. Gabbytron pulls out the 2A, and Logan is using the Swomy, I believe. So again, another full squad of medics. Again, medic, it's important.
Yeah, this is the second set of full squad that we've seen of medics. It's not a class to be overlooked. It really is important.
Yeah, it looks like that. I think. Well, Flackfire was the only one that I saw that was rocking Assault as of yet. Looks like some people are switching it up.
I promise. I've actually gotten a couple kills this round.
But the other, PC and PlayStation, they're medic all the way. The Sanitator did switch off to the MP28. Again, a good gun with the hipfire, with the 50-round mag on that one. It's just a really, it is one of the more fun games where you can get on and just play with your friends, revive each other, do some silly stuff. For some reason, unfortunately, there isn't as much shenanigans, if you will, that are played in Battlefield 5. It seems like everybody, other than the solo people that are playing together, or solo people playing together, the solo people that are in the server that are just kind of there to, seems like they just want to snipe. That's not exactly what it is, but a lot of snipers in the Battlefield servers recently that I've noticed, which is, as long as you're popping flares off, snipe away. I'm cool with it. Go for it. But if you're just sitting in the back with the boys, waiting on somebody to run right in front of you, that's gonna bother me a little bit. But hey, you get to play the game however you want.
Well, speaking of snipers and wanting certain things in Battlefield 6, I believe you've mentioned a few times that you'd like sniper suppression back.
Yeah. If I'm shooting my Sturmgewehr STG, whatever the gun it is that I'm using at the time, and bullets are whizzing past a sniper, there needs to be some type of effect to that person's aim. It's just
Should have bobbled and weave. Yeah.
There needs to be a
Bubble
happy
weave, bubble weave,
balance when it
bubble weave.
comes to
Oh, no.
suppression in
I
the
messed up.
game. And a couple of the 3 and 4 were were very heavy
our
on
squad mate's gonna
suppression,
come get me.
and then they dialed it back like a lot. And I think they dialed it back to basically 0. It seems like, and just whatever the number is now, cut it in half the other way, and yeah, I think you'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm being
Some
super
happy
mean. I'm literally
medium.
just standing by the
Yeah,
mannequin.
exactly, some happy medium in between. Just don't bring back the blue tint. Don't bring that back from Battlefield 3. That was pretty awful. But they did come out with the what was it, Venice Unleashed, where they modded Battlefield 3 to be able to make it a little bit more playable. Took out suppression, took out the blue filter, added a whole bunch of other stuff to it. So that was pretty cool to see that they were. And that was a community initiative by the team that did Project Reality for Battlefield 3. That was pretty cool that they were able to see that vision through and get a whole server set up, well, multiple servers for Venice Unleashed. That's been pretty awesome to see the gameplay from. So let's check back in on the chat. Looks we got Tarkaru talking about
Indeed.
being and going and switching in between all the different streams, gets the blood pumping, seeing all the awesome content creators play the game, really helps encourage others to play. This is what FPS shooters about is. Yeah, exactly. If you're a media consumer of streams and you see a big giant event like this with 12 streamers all playing on their respective platforms in the same server, it really just shows how big of the little community that Battlefield really is. It's like I've said before, there's gonna be some great times to be had as long as the next Battlefield is crossplay, so we can cross our fingers and only hope that is what happens moving forward. I think that'll be a lot of fun to be able to play all together in the coming future, because that's what it's all about. It's all about community, and it's gonna, this whole event we're talking about equality and how it's important that there's equality. And now, if everybody's on the same server, there's gonna be minor differences between PC and console still, but it's more about that bringing together of all the communities to create an equal playing field or battlefield out there for people to be able to play together. And that's really what it's all about at the end of the day, just being able to play games with friends. And the industry has made that much more possible ever since the implementation of crossplay, and I'm excited to see what Battlefield has in store for us when that happens.
Yeah, like I can confess to owning multiple gaming systems, and I think part of the reasoning was that was so that I could play with my friends who, if they didn't have Super Nintendo, then we had Sega Genesis. It's one of those things where you want to connect with your friends and you can't because of the limitations of different consoles. So having the cross-platform is going to bring a lot of communities together, a lot of opportunities for people to play together that haven't had opportunities to play together because of the different consoles. I think the only concern with bringing the cross-platform is the cheating. I mean, it's talked about all the time within the COD world, so I think there's concern there for it being in Battlefield as well, and we know that it does exist on Battlefield. I just don't think it's as common right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is a big industry-wide thing that is happening with, especially in Call of Duty right now. I know that it is a big issue in Battlefield. Ever since switching to PC, I've actually had a pretty good experience thus far. Only been dealing with, maybe 4 or 5 blatant cheaters out there, just, full-on aimbot, wall hack, everything, just going out and dropping. I think I saw a guy drop 150 on Underground once, just, laying down with an LMG and just everybody's dying in like 2 bullets to the head. And it's just like, oh, okay. But from my perspective, I wanted to stick it out in the server to see if I could kill him, which I did once, caught him off guard. But also just like, see the impact that that type of person and play,
One more guy here.
I don't even want to call it a play style, let's just call it what it is, cheating has on a server. The
Right.
server started to empty out, and then you had, you know, the guys that are in there that are just, you know, like, maybe they don't care, maybe they're just there, maybe they just are like, all right, well, you know, this happens a lot, maybe they're used to it, maybe it's been that prevalent that they have become used to it, which is unfortunate. But it is something that's going to be a daunting task that Dicey A is going to have to tackle if and hopefully when crossplay gets implemented on to the into the next game. That's it's going to be, hopefully they are already planning for this, and I have a feeling that they probably are. So that's all we can really hope for, is that they're watching the other team, they're watching the other games out there and seeing what their issues are, and they're learning from them, and not gonna have to make the same mistakes to learn the same lessons.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm sure that they're observing what's going on with all of the other games right now. They don't want to release this too soon. They don't want anything to leak too soon. They want to make sure, especially after the mistakes or upsets that were caused by Battlefield 5, that they don't repeat those same mistakes again. So, I mean, if I have to wait until next year even for this for Battlefield 6 to come out and be properly done, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll wait an extra however long it takes for it to be well polished and fixed up. But I wanted to come back in, and looks like Logan is going Liberator only as a medic. So he
was he given a challenge?
I don't know if he was given a challenge, but that was a little bit of fun to watch him run around with the Liberator. I don't know if he might just be using it as a troll. You know, sometimes it's fun to try to run around, put some shots into somebody, and then finish them off with the Liberator, just to be like, yeah, I did that. It's a very what's the right word for it? It's a bad idea to use the Liberator as your secondary. It's almost kind of a troll weapon that they threw in there just to be like, yeah, here, use this thing.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of the weapon in Battlefield 1, but there was a pistol in that too that was like, it had to be the size of your thumb and your finger, your forefinger. And that was kind of like a joke of a weapon too. I think you did 2 hit damage if you hit somebody with these things, and you actually were supposed to be able to take vehicles down with this thing as part of the challenges in Battlefield 1. So.
Okay, we need to cap some objectives.
Exactly. So I'm just gonna put that into the chat. There is, and that is in response to your question, aka what is the whole gamer for equality thing, and I'll read it out. It says, equality is not a concept. It's not something we should be striving for. It's a necessity. Equality is like gravity. We need it to stand on this earth as men and women, and the misogyny that is in every culture is not a true part of the human condition. It is life out of balance, and that imbalance is sucking something out of the soul of every man and woman who's confronted with it. We need equality kind of now. And that is a quote from Joss Whedon. And I have heard of him before. I'm pretty sure it's from the Joe Rogan podcast. I used to be a very frequent listener to that. And he's had some really awesome people on there that talk about these types of things. And that's a great quote from Joss on the subject. So
yeah, is he I'm trying to think, is he the one that's been on Big Bang Theory a few times?
Perhaps. I am going to look him up real quick, because I feel it would be remiss to not put out there what exactly he is and does. So he is a American film director, producer, writer, and composer. The founder of Mutant Enemy Productions. He also his TV series have been Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel, Firefly, Dollhouse, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's somebody different than I was thinking of, but that is still a wonderful quote that he put out there about equality and how important it is in all facets of life, not just gaming.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you know who I was actually thinking of was Will Wheaton, who's an actor.
Will Wheaton, yes, Will Wheaton.
Upstairs.
Exactly. So
he's up top to the left.
looks like they are. I mean, the battle that's been going on for PC right now is really close. It's looking like it is just separated by 25, maybe 30 kills right now, and yeah, 50 kills.
Nice. I'm going to
50 kills actually. So if you're watching now and you wanted to join in on the fun, please, the servers under gamers, gamers for equality, go ahead, search it up in the server browser, and we will, yeah, you're more than welcome to join up. It's a community event. The more community, the better. Looks like all the servers are very full right now, so that's pretty awesome that they've been able to fill them up, and I'm pretty sure that they have been able to do that, as these are always great events put on by the SCO. They do a really great job making sure that they don't have anybody that's in there just to create a bad atmosphere and keep it fun and competitive. And it looks like we got a question from Takaru saying, asking me specifically, how do you think equality currently is in gaming and how would you go about improving upon it? So I think that equality in gaming has come a long way. It has become more normalized for people of all walks of life and backgrounds, men, women, different races, everybody has access to gaming. And that might not be, you know, you have an awesome gaming rig or you have a PlayStation or an Xbox, Switches, any type of platform. I mean, I am of the same ilk of Flackfire talking about how some people poo-poo on mobile gaming. I'm like, it's still a video game. You're just playing it on a mobile device. I don't see an issue on that, and especially with the amount of changes that have been able to be brought, because the phones are basically, I mean, they're far more powerful than, you know, a Sega or a PlayStation. They can play pretty much any game, and they have a lot of really great games on mobile. So in that respect, it has come forward that everybody that has the ability to get on can play a game, as long as you have the device to do it on. And that's great, because not everybody has the ability to get a console or a PC. Most people have a cell phone or an iPad or something along those lines, but I do realize there are a lot of people out there that just don't have access to anything, which is unfortunate. So it would be great if somehow we could get more consoles or PCs, or, you know, even just cell phones or iPads or anything like that for people that are out there that don't have access to them. That, I think that would be a really great project to work on if somebody wants to take that one up. As far as improving upon it, I look to the industry to see what they've done recently to combat toxicity, especially in specific games. I think Rainbow Six Siege is a really great example of it. I've only played it a handful of times, and I've only heard from friends that play it like a lot, that they did a lot to deal with toxicity in the community. There is a chat filter that's there. I believe they have a vote kick system, so that if somebody is on your team, very similar to Counter-Strike, where you can actually go in and kick them out of it. So looking to them, I think that they are the ones that have been leading the way on that. There may be other, truth be told, I really only play first-person shooters. So as far as like MMORPGs and everything like that goes, I'm kind of out of the loop. Maybe somebody could fill me in as to what some other games have done to deal with toxicity and making it more of an equal playing ground that everybody can come into and feel safe and just be able to play the way that they want to. So there's been massive strides in the right direction, but I do think there is still a long way to go before we ever reach, you know, a acceptable level of what we be considered equality within the gaming sphere. And it's heartening to see that events like this are happening, that Mizzy has brought together Gamers We Care to raise awareness on the issues that are in the gaming community and specifically on equality this evening. It's not just a it's not just a what do I want to say? It's not just a thing that we do because it's gonna, you know, provide us with anything. We do this because we really do believe in the mission of Gamers We Care, which is to provide a space for people to come into that want to be part of a community and to meet new people and to just be able to interact with some really awesome people. I mean, all of the streamers that we've been seeing this evening are, you know, some awesome people. Some of them I know more than others, but I'm definitely going to be looking in and watching some of their streams more in the future when I get the time. My streaming schedule has been quite busy and will actually continue to be moving forward. But it's just been, I really enjoy being able to be a part of these events and the podcast, just to really hear what people are talking about in the gaming industry and get to meet all of the awesome people that are involved. There's just so many of them that are really awesome people that you feel like as soon as you talk to them, you're like, I like this person. They understand what's going on and they want to, they have very similar things in common with me and how it is just really great interacting with them. So what about yourself, Miss Quinn? Why don't you answer that after my lengthy explanation? Why don't you answer the same question as how do you think equality is in gaming and how can it be improved upon?
I mean, my perspective isn't very different from yours because I really only play first-person shooters as well. If I have played any games, other games, it's not in an online atmosphere where I'm exposed to, you know, any other people that could be negative towards me. I just play the solo stories. I have played Horizon Dawn as an example. Equality currently in gaming, I don't find it terrible, but that's usually because I honestly run with the same people all the time, which probably prevents me from being exposed to any negativity. I think it's not talked about enough, and I appreciate that Gamers We Care took the time to put out a couple of podcasts that really talked about women in gaming and focused on that, and also just the community in general and how we need to do better and how we can be better. But it's something that I think, you know, when somebody's sitting behind a keyboard, it's easy to be mean. It's easy to be toxic. It's easy to take a shot at somebody that you have no idea about that person. It gives people
actually do damage if you throw a grenade at someone.
The balls to be mean, I guess, would be the way I'm thinking about it. And I think the fact that, you know, SCO and other gaming communities put on these events to make sure that there is equality there, and it doesn't matter, you know, I'm talking as a female. I don't want to speak for everybody, but I know for myself to see that there are communities out there that offer safe spaces where I don't have to worry about what my KD is or how I play or, you know, what I bring to the table. I can just go and have fun. I'm really appreciative of it. And then I do want to get involved more as well. How I would go about improving it, I think what Gamers We Care is doing is a really good step. Even if nothing changes because of what Gamers We Care does, they're putting the awareness out there. They're not afraid to talk about the things that so many people are like, oh, you can't say that, or oh, you can't talk about that. No, it needs to have light brought to it. And every streamer that you interviewed at the beginning of this knows it exists, was able to talk about it and touch on it and say why they're here. And, you know, Gamers We Care and SCO bringing this event tonight and just showing that there's a bunch of people here that want to play together and just have a good time is really what gaming should always be about.
Exactly. It's at the end of the day, it's about coming together, having a good time, playing the games we love, and just being able to do so in a non-toxic environment it's always good at the end of a round when I'm playing, when I can really just look back and be like, you know what? I might have lost, but that was a well-fought battle, and I don't feel down because of whatever happened during the match. It's just like, we won, we lost, but that was fun at the end of the day, at the end of fun. So we did have Takaru come in. I hope that's how you say the name, Takaru. If it's not, sorry. I'm just going
Spell
by
it out phonetically for us.
Yeah, how it's spelled. But they said, for me, I played a lot of MMORPGs before, and in all honesty, I didn't see much toxicity in regards to the person behind the character, quite a lot in regards to someone's play style, etc., but very little to do with the person behind the character in the game, to be honest. I have noticed how a lot of shooter games, only in my opinion, tend to have more of a toxic community in regards to a person's sex, location, race, etc. And that is that's great information for me to know. It's nice to see that it isn't as pervasive in the MMORPG realm of gaming, and that the toxicity is more towards, you know, a play style rather than an actual person. So it's nice to see that it is not as pervasive. And I think in first-person shooters, it's I don't know. Why do you think it's much more pervasive in first-person shooters, Miss Quinn?
Okay, yeah. They're on ace. A lot of people on ace.
I don't know. Maybe because people don't generally associate women and guns together.
Okay. Yep.
I mean, like usually, you know, and it's not to say that women don't go hunting and all that kind of stuff, or that they're not, you know, part of the army or anything like that, but maybe it all is, you know, stemming back to the, you know, 20s and 30s and 40s when, you know, the women stayed home and took care of the children, and the men went out and did all the work and the hunting and the this, that, and the other. I don't know. Maybe that's where it kind of stems from. You know, women aren't supposed to be out doing, you know, playing with guns and all that kind of stuff. So that's really the only thing that really comes to my mind as to why women in first-person shooters are like, oh, you like playing and killing people?
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, that definitely follows the logic, for sure. It definitely makes a whole lot of sense. So let's get back with chat, see what's going on. We do have, actually, you know what? Let's switch on over to PlayStation real quick. We've been on PC for quite a while since we've had such a long conversation, and look at that. The round has just ended for them. So let's switch on over to PlayStation.
It was really
Indeed, it was. So looks like, well, unfortunately, theirs just ended. How about Xbox? Xbox is still playing. Let's go over to them while these guys are switching their or letting the server go to the next lobby. Oh, here we go.
Way.
Let's get in onto some Steve audio. Steve's always got some good chatter going on in his chat.
But some people do go a little far.
Seems like he's talking a little bit about quality in gaming and how some people take the toxicity a little bit too far.
His job isn't to keep Battlefield alive. He's there
I'm glad the
no.
conversations are happening in the streamers con as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it's all about. Sounds, I don't know exactly who he's talking about, but he's talking about something to do with the topic this evening, so that is great to see, as you said. Looks like they are right in the thick of a very competitive battle, down by about 75 right now. But they are, oh, I hear a V1 coming in. Somebody gonna put it in the church. They did, but real tough to thread it in that side coming in onto Devastation.
Oh yeah, I still haven't figured out that one. Somebody in chat, if anybody knows how to get into the church there on Devastation, let us know.
Exactly. So let's turn our focus back to chat right now. Jimmy Clownshoe says, I've done all the streams and finally I've made it to you guys. How's it going? It's going fantastic. Getting to see some top tier Battlefield play, talk about equality in gaming, and just having a great time this evening. So it is really been a great event thus far. So hello to everybody that is in here. Berlin Jin, Zippy, Helmet, great to have you here. Takaru has said, I wonder if it affects shooters more as it's more competitive, more you versus them, and if people find the opponents better than they try to bring them down to make them feel better about themselves somehow. Seems stupid to me, but I notice often it's the ones losing that tend to get more aggressive. And yeah, I think there's a lot of truth in that statement as far as the just the more competitive nature of first-person shooters, whether it's Battlefield, COD, Apex, anything along those lines. It's definitely more prevalent. And yeah, I've definitely seen it in especially on PC Battlefield. You'll have, because you can actually type in the chat, you don't have just the pre-scripted words that you can put up there like you do on console, which I really hope they bring that to console. Call of Duty does it. Why can't they? Hopefully they'll bring it back, or they'll bring it to the next game. But it always, without fail, it seems like at least once a day when I'm playing, there will be a person that's way down at the very bottom of the list. Really, maybe not that skilled of a player. Maybe they're just there to sit back, snipe, but whatever it is. But they always come in and they make these comments as far as like, they just come in and spread a little toxicity, and I'm just like, why are you doing that? And I think a lot of it might be because they see all the other people that are higher than them on the leaderboards, and jealousy, perhaps. I don't know what exactly it is, but I can definitely say that I've seen it happen for sure.
Yeah, I wonder, it'd be great to have that chat feature brought over to Battlefield 6, so that's something else we can add to our list of things that we'd like to see in the next one, but I wonder if it's almost a negative thing. We're talking about equality and trying to keep down the toxicity and everything. Is it going to be a good idea to have that chat across all platforms available so everybody can just kind of take their shots at each other?
Yeah, I don't know whether it'll hurt or whether it'll be a good thing. And yeah, Berlin, unfortunately I can't. I'll just before we switch scenes, I'll bring it down a whole bunch for you. Sorry about that. You can't actually in OBS change the volume of the stinger itself, but I got you covered. My apologies for the loudness on that one. We got Goliath, friend of me and Miss Quinn from the 30th. Glad to have you here. Saw you mention something a little bit earlier, but regardless, glad to have you here. And he says that he thinks there's still a perception of shooters being a boys' club, where it's okay to let loose and use the language and behavior that people know isn't acceptable in mainstream settings. It's misleading because the gaming community is actually diverse in reflection of our real world, and people deserve the same respect online and off. I mean, yeah, I can't agree more with that. Everybody deserves the respect that you would show them just walking around in real life, but because you are behind these digital personas, and you might not put your face, you might not be a content creator, you might just get on and the only thing people hear is your voice or the keyboard clacking. So yeah, I definitely see that as a very true statement indeed.
Yeah, it's a really good point, which I think also kind of refers back to me saying, like, people don't generally associate guns and women together. It's that old-fashioned boys club. I don't know, like even my handle, Miss Quinn, you know, when I was making it up, it's just because of a character that I liked and because I'm a girl, and the fact that I have Miss in my name probably has grabbed a lot of attention that I really would not rather have. People do not like getting killed by a girl.
That's very true. You know, I believe it was Miss Sanitator saying something very similar, that because of her name, she feels as though she's targeted. And I've definitely seen
Yes.
that. That is definitely a real thing.
Yes, well, I know you've been playing with me when I've been targeted, so.
Yep, it is. It is unfortunately a very prevalent thing, and you know, I've been targeted myself because of way back when I played and streamed Battlefield 5. You got stream sniped, you get targeted. It's not a fun feeling. It is very demoralizing, and it is, you know, that's honestly, that's why I stopped. That unfortunately, that is exactly the reason why I stopped doing the gameplay streams for Battlefield 5, was just because there was a certain set of people that found it really funny and fun to come after me whenever I was live, and I couldn't deal with it anymore. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna take some time off and not do this anymore. But it actually probably in hindsight ended up being a good thing, because I've branched out, do my codcasting for competitive Call of Duty now, and that's going fantastically well. So you know what? Thank you, Stream Snipers, for pushing me in that direction. It's paid off really good for me thus far. So again, appreciate you guys for doing that for me. It's
But
been
again, an
yeah.
example of something that you shouldn't have had to go through.
Exactly. It's you know, trying to turn it around a little bit in the old mind, to turn a negative into a positive, but not everybody has that ability to be able to take it as a net positive when it's just constantly happening to them at the end of the day. It's just not a fun experience to go through, and it seems to have died down a whole lot for a lot of people. But it's been fun getting to do my other stuff as well as doing this evening. This has been a whole lot of fun. We are coming towards the end of it pretty soon, so why don't we switch on over to PlayStation to end it off this evening. We are going to have Mizzy come back in and give some final words in about 5 minutes, I do believe. I don't know if we're going to stick it out any longer, but I'm going to ask her real quick in the Discord, see how much longer she wants to go for. But yeah, we are going to switch over, and I am going to turn down the audio so that you guys can actually hear again and not have to deal with that loudness. So again, my apologies on that. All right, we made it through. Eardrums intact, hopefully. I just muted it. So there we go. Gotta guess exactly my ears. Gotta save your ears. Again, I turned it down, and yeah, shouldn't be a problem. So let me switch up the audio from Steve. As you can see, he is a very talkative gentleman in his stream. So I encourage everybody to check out all of the different streamers that we got going on. Let's go through them all right now, real quick. We got Gabbytron 5000, Logan the Brawlers over on YouTube, Galatron, Lady Kerberos are all our PC streamers currently. We got SMK and Neon both on YouTube, and then we got Fire and Miss Sanitator over on Twitch. And then for Xbox, we have TZBra, Sluggish, Steve, who we just were hearing from, and of course Flakfire on YouTube. So let's see what we got going on with these guys. Let's see if let's get some Miss Sanitator audio going right now. But they are going to be playing on Narvik, which is a larger map, which it can be a, but it's large, but yet the points are very condensed, so it provides with a lot of good action. And Miss Sanitator gets taken down by a prony. That is a person that is prone somewhere. And that is, I don't know what she said because it was in a different language, but it was probably something very similar to what happens when I get taken down by somebody that's laying down with an MMG or whatever gun it may be.
You got this.
Oh, probably. I'm sure it was very colorful.
Yeah, the words that I say shall not be mentioned in the stream. Let's just go with
No, we will not say those words.
that. Definitely not. So let's see. I'm gonna type to Mizzy real quick to see how much longer she wants to go.
He was still there. He was hunting me.
Maybe just till the end of this PlayStation round. That looks like it'll probably take about another 20 or so minutes. Maybe not, depending. It looks like the game is going very evenly. Each team has 3 flags currently, so could last for a little bit longer than that, actually. But everybody in the chat, thank you all very much for coming out to this event. It's been very fun to get to see all the top tier Battlefield that we've been able to see this evening, being on all the different platforms. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it has been a lot of fun. It's great to interact with the chat. This is one of my first times second time, I guess, being live on a Gamers We Care event. So thank you for having me on here and including me. And it's been a lot of fun watching all of these top tier players on different platforms.
Yeah, it has been. And you get to see the wide range of play styles. Granted, pretty medic heavy. But it looks like Neon has switched off to Assault. Looks like he's rocking that Gewehr 43. Very formidable weapon. SMK has stuck with his trusty Sturmgewehr. Very nice. And Fire still has the ZK. These are all very good weapons that I've seen.
SMK, are you still so
Yeah, very popular. I think ZK is one of the most common ones that you see floating around for medic, especially in competitive.
I'm shooting with Zach.
Yeah, definitely. ZK is, it's the meta, as they like to say. It's just got so many positives and literally 0 negatives from what I've seen playing with it, especially on PC. It's just the ability to side strafe with the light and stock. It's just pretty awesome weapon, so I can definitely understand why people immediately switched off of it from the Thompson when the Thompson got kind of shoved out of the way in competitive for, well, at least the leagues that I was playing in at the time. So it's
they didn't allow the Thompson in many of those leagues.
Exactly. So looks like Miss Sanitator was fighting her way to Alpha on Narvik, but having a tough time getting there. Looks like she got hit by a whole wall of red enemies right in front of her and just didn't have the ability to get on out of there.
Yeah, I know how that feels, especially on Narvik when you come over one of those snowy cliffs. It's like, oh, there's a whole team in front of me, and I'm one person.
Yeah, exactly. It's and being one of the larger maps as a medic, I'm sure you can attest to. The SMGs in this game have they took quite a hit in the range department with one of the TTK patches.
Oh yeah, I still struggle to find, because I don't like to give up the medic class, which gun is the best for range. I kind of settled on the Type 100 for range. It seems to be the best one for me, without resorting to using the, what's it called? I can't even think of the name of it because I never use it. The Tromboncino.
Oh, yes,
and the Jungle Carbine.
Yep, and the Commando as well. I've heard that.
Oh yes,
a lot of people like that as well. Not a big fan of those weapons. Again, not a medic. Again, bolt actions not really my forte.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind playing bolt action. I did like the bolt action in Battlefield 1, but there's not a lot of range weapons available that aren't bolt action for the medic class in Battlefield 5. So Type 100 seems to be what I'm comfortable with for range. If I get into something like a map that's more like Devastation, that's when I'll go to the Tommy or the ZK.
Yeah, exactly. So Miss Sanitator just had a hero moment from SMK coming in and saving her from getting taken out, and looks like gonna get they're trying to push on to Alpha right now, and looking like looks like an all cap for the PlayStation crew right now. So
That's
seems
not
like,
fun.
yeah, we've been on the bad end of all cap many a times. Now that the community has gotten so much smaller, it seems like you got two sides of the coin with Battlefield 5. You got super sweaty or super casual, and there's really no in between to be had on that one. So
That's very true.
Yeah, it's very and it can become very lopsided, which is not what you want to see. I'd much rather, I don't want to give out a stomping. I don't want to take a stomping. I want to have a good, hard-fought battle, but I still want to win at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think we all do enjoy that win. It's I don't know, I kind of still find it rewarding when you get top squad, but you are on the losing team.
Right? You're just like, yeah, that's right. We might have lost, but we still we're still the ones up there on the screen at the end of the end of screen, end of round screen. There we go. Words sometimes are hard. So Takaru is saying some great insights, and seeing so many streamers together is awesome. I agree. It's it's one thing to be able to have 4 streamers together on one platform, but to be able to bring 4 streamers from every single platform out there that you can play on, it's pretty awesome. And he's also saying that want to see a 30 versus 30 sniper battle with 1 medic per side. Yeah, yeah, sniper battles, 1v1 me on Rust, bro. Let's do this.
Maybe they'd have to make some kind of rule where you're not allowed to shoot the medic.
Yeah, right. It's like, yeah, you got to be able to be like, all right, they're gonna be wearing, the Captain Ahab skin, as I like to call it. Being like,
or that red cap that everybody can see across the map.
Yeah. FYI, everybody, if you wear that red cap, it's very easy to see you. Just, seeing a little floating red thing going past your screen in a very, in a game that doesn't have a whole lot of red in it, you're kind of painting a bullseye on your head. So maybe, I know it's stylish. It looks great. Don't get me wrong.
Great.
It looks great. But tactically,
don't wear it.
Don't wear it. Don't wear it.
I'm Charlie, you mean?
And so, yeah, 30 versus 30 boys AT rifles. Everybody just going in, hip firing, trying to take everybody out. That would be a lot of fun to see as well.
I mean, now that we can make our own servers and everything, I'm sure it's something that could be set up.
It definitely could be, and with the server browser the way, or the community games the way that's set, you can literally just make it a snipers only. Unfortunately, you can't get rid of the trench carbine or the PO8, the semi-auto. But just make it a rule. Be like bolt actions only, no semi-autos either. No, self-loading. Bolt actions only, and yeah, that would be a lot of fun to see. It would be chaos. It would just be chaos. And yeah, Helmet saying everybody melee weapon. Yeah, melee fight. Melee fight sounds like a good idea as well.
That'd be a really good idea, for sure.
There was a guy that I used to play with who's doesn't really play Battlefield anymore, but he one night we jumped into a server with him, and he created I don't know what he called it, but it was like Fight Club. Basically, there's a ring of sandbags that you can build on a Ross, and it looks like a little ring. It's not an octagon, it's not square, but it's like a little ring that you can be inside of. And we just had melee fights, and it was a fun time. A lot of laughs to be had,
I
for
remember
sure.
that. It was good.
Some good times. And Takaru asking, what's more noticeable, the red cap or Neon's wig? That's a tough one. That's
it's very tough.
I'm gonna say on Merida, definitely gonna be Neon's wig, because in Merida, there's a lot of red on that map. That's, I think, probably the only map that really has a whole lot of red on it, being the fall colors and foliage and everything like that. But in all honesty, Neon's wig would definitely be, that would be a very funny cosmetic. DICE, get on it. We need this in the next game, or even this one. Bring out a stealth patch, throw it in there. Just don't tell anybody. Let people discover it. It'd be really funny for sure.
It would be for sure. I mean, look at it on this white background as it is.
Exactly. So that is the end of their round. Looks like PC is going to be ending their round pretty soon. So let's switch on over to them real quick and watch that one. And then it looks like we got a pretty good lineup as far as the PlayStation just ended. We'll go to PC. Xbox is pretty much at the beginning of a new round on Merida right now, speaking of. So gonna hit up PC real quick and then gonna end off with Xbox. So let's do that. And I did not forget to save the ears. Let's switch on over to PC. So there we go. Oh, don't know why that is. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that for Galatron, but let us get some volume going. We'll switch halfway in between with Gabbytron and Lady Kerberos. We've already had Logan and Galatron, so got to make sure we get everybody involved on this one. So looking like, ooh, Gabbytron rocking the Lewis with the irons, or not the iron sights, the red dot, whatever they, it's not called the red dot, but it's a red dot. Now everybody knows what I mean. The one-time sight. Trying to take some pot shots at somebody over there, and looking like this is a pretty close match right now. Looks like there's it's about 100 points, 120 ticket, sorry, not points, 120 ticket disparity right now. Oh, but in comes the equalizer, the V1 to Charlie, and nobody gets hit. I guess everybody ran off the objective from that one.
Yeah, it's nothing like it when you're the only person that gets hit by that V1 coming in.
Exactly. And it seems like whenever it's coming in onto you, the circle, that area of effect, it seems to get a little bit bigger. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It always seems like that. And whenever mine hits, it seems like the radius is the size of a penny. So.
Oh yeah, I know there have been a couple times where like, did they change the radius on these things? Because that was the middle of the objective.
Right. So I suppose everybody could run off of it, and that, especially on some of the maps where it takes quite a while for them to come in from, you know, wherever they're getting launched from. It's a lot harder to predict on, say, why is it escaping me? The map that everybody really hates, the giant one that's in the desert.
Oh.
Wow. See, this is how much I play it. I can't even remember the name.
I wanted to say Almarge, Alcindaan.
Well, there's, yes, Alcindaan, but the other one.
Hamada?
Yes, Hamada. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it seems like it takes forever and a day for that thing to come in, and people can hear it coming from, you know, miles away, so they're able to just run away, and it's always a tough one, unless you are on that main objective. I believe it's the D objective, kind of in like the castle ruins, whatever that area is. That one I've seen some pretty good V1s come in on.
Yeah, Delta objective on Hamada is always pretty intense, usually over by E and F too.
Yeah.
On the Conquest map anyway.
I feel like that map is sections. It's got 3 sections. It's got the airstrip section, then it's got the, I think there is an airstrip on the other side, but not really. It's more of a tank deployment area, and then the D and C objective right in the middle. Those are the hot spots for sure. The air side, because everybody wants that extra plane, and then C and D because they're so close together. Everybody likes to be around in the high traffic areas. Who would have thought that people like to be in the action all the time?
Yeah, well, you're right. G is the side that has the airstrip on the Conquest map anyway. You can't get back there on the Breakthrough map.
No, you can't. In comes another V1. And again, I don't see anybody taking any. I don't see any in the kill feed. Wow. Some unfortunate V1s. That's a whole lot of points to blow without any kills. But seems like they are fighting their way back and trying to win this one out. They are down by about 40 right now. So it's going to be ending pretty soon. Let's make sure we switch on over from Gabbytron to Lady Kerberos. See what she's got going on.
It's always them.
How do we explain it?
I mean, it's in the game. I was playing.
Sounds like she's in the chat with Galatron and Logan as, or maybe it's just Galatron. I'm not really sure. But they're talking.
It's like it's there, but it's weird.
Trying to figure out what they're talking about right now.
We state something with that word. I don't know how to explain it. Like, seriously, I really don't know how to explain
They're
it.
talking about words. Talking about some type of words. Coming into a conversation mid-conversation, it's kind of tough with context to understand. But I'm sure if we stick around long enough, we'll be able to understand what they are talking about. But, oh, Logan's screen got put over. There we go. It's tough keeping track of all 12 of them, FYI. I've got each console on a different screen right now, so we're very fortunate that it didn't mess up far worse than the little things that have been going on, because trying to fit 4 different windows on 3 different screens, it's tough. It is tough.
We're fortunate that you have so many screens to work with.
Yeah, this would be a much more daunting task if I didn't have so many screens to be doing this on. Let's just say that. Probably have to deal with just one screen, and yeah, that'd make it really rough. But sounds like Lady Kerberos is talking about. Oh, they're talking about Greek language, which I know nothing about.
Me either.
Tarkaru saying you got 13 screens open on one monitor. That is talent. That's talent right there.
Yeah, he's got the task of looking for clips for everybody.
Right? I'm sure he's gotten a few from each of the streams, hopefully. But whatever you're getting, I'm sure they're good ones to get. Seems like Lady Kerberos is taking a little bit of a break to try to explain something about Greek. So let's listen to this.
It's like it's like a male. So if you want to say the kitchen is Cuzina, it's like female. It's so difficult. I can't explain it, but like yeah, like LANL. Yeah, some like Spanish. Yeah. That's right. LRU.
Sounds complicated.
One up here.
Sounds like the Greek language, but then again, as I've been told by many people that are more than one language speakers, English is probably one of the hardest ones to learn, because there's no feminine and masculine that is assigned to words, and that messes with a lot of people that learned on languages that do have feminine and masculine tenses for their words. So yeah, let's just say I barely passed Spanish when I had to take it in college. So there we go. They have finished. They did get defeated on that one, but pretty close match. Only lost by about 106 on that one. So very well fought. And so yeah, we are gonna be switching over to Xbox to end it off with. Looks like Blackfire has gone offline, so we are gonna have to go to his channel, as mine has auto selected over to a to the Call of Duty League, because they currently have a whole lot of stuff going on. But let's switch on over to the Xbox crew. and it's gonna auto do that every time. Let me try to just get back onto Flackfire's page and have it there. Oh, it is just real quick. Let me go to his page so at least he can have a. There you go. Let me. All right. So not exactly. What is going on live, but got some of his gameplay going on right now on there. Need to get that lined up. There we go. So let's listen in on to TZ, and then we'll switch on over to Sluggish when they're about to end the round, which looks like they are about halfway through. Nah, a little bit more. So we got more than enough time to listen in onto both of them. And TZ rocking the new grease gun for the last content update, and I gotta tell you, I'm not a fan of getting killed by it because I don't like the fact that I can't see hit markers or I can't see the direction that they're shooting me from. Really don't like that, but hey, it's in the game, so all the people that use it out there, you're more than welcome to. I just don't really like it.
Yeah, I haven't even actually used that gun.
Yeah, it's just it's got a built-in suppressor. That's why you can't hear. Oh, there we go. Sorry, audio got cut out there for a second, but it's why you can't see the direction in which they're hitting you from. So they are on Merida. Speaking of Merida. Probably the most aesthetically pleasing map of Battlefield 5, I'd say. Even if it's very hard on visibility itself.
Steve says we're under.
Yeah, I do like the look of Merida. I just have a hard time seeing all the enemies on it. And sometimes even I'm like, is that my teammate or is that an enemy?
Yeah, right?
Do I play any BF1? Yes, I do.
It's real tough to be able to see. Especially when they wear that red hat. It just blends right in. Blends right in.
But I still play it now and then. I'm honestly thinking about playing more
So,
BF1.
Takaru saying that they got 13 streams open on one stream. Difficult to swap between all of them. Yeah, that is tough to be able to do that for sure. So yeah, let's I'm gonna go look and see, because there was a question that I had to skip over. And asking the streamers because we got started a little bit late. So question was, how would you handle a situation where another gamer was being culturally insensitive, sexist, racist, or homophobic? You want to take a stab at that one, Ms. Quinn?
Well, I've actually been in that situation a few times, and I just call them out and ask them to stop. Just plain and simple.
Yeah, there's really no... the best way is just to deal with it head on. Just be like, hey, that is uncalled for. I do not appreciate it. And even if it's, you advocate for yourself as well as advocating for others if you see it happening to them.
All right, Steve. All right.
Yeah, it's I find when it's somebody else, I have no problem stepping in and defending that person and saying, hey, no, don't say that to them, don't this, don't that. If you don't like it, you can leave, kind of thing. Defending myself, I probably need to get better at. I know that there have been comments that have been made about me or to me in groups of people that I've been playing with, and I just kind of shut down.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that other people have come to my defense, or I'll get a message in Discord or something like that saying, hey, that wasn't cool, are you okay? I think we all just need to be more vocal about it, for ourselves and for others, and just shut it down.
Yeah, exactly. Being able to really take it upon yourself to self-advocate and I've found personally, because I've had to advocate on myself a couple of different times on multiple different occasions, that it's just, you really need to, the person that is saying that is really not. They're trying to elicit a response, and they want a very specific one. And it's usually not you being, you know, forceful and saying that you need why, you know, kind of just calling them out, being like, why are you doing this? Thank you, Fire, for the raid. Thank you for bringing your guests in with us this evening. Hello, everybody from Fire's chat. Hope you guys had a great evening watching him play. Welcome again, Tarkaru, because I'm sure that was one of the ones that you had open. But yeah, and also, before I forget, thank you, SCO, for putting this on and allowing us to join in on the fun. This, just seeing what it's like. This is exactly the type of Battlefield fun that I'm looking for. You know, just really, it's sweaty but not overly sweaty, and the teams are very well balanced. It seems like I didn't see a whole lot of blowouts by any means. It's just definitely something that I'm going to definitely be joining in onto.
Yeah, I think we'll both be looking to join in on the SCO action because it looks like a lot of fun.
Exactly. So we do have a question coming in from Tarkaru saying, curious, what do you guys think is the best way to deal with that? Everyone blanket and no one react when someone gets vocally toxic? Obviously, checking on the person in the background, or call them out in voice and possibly escalate the situation. What do you think would be the better route? And it indeed was him being in the Fire's stream. So let me think about that one for a moment. I think it depends upon factors that you really can't, you know, you can't understand that, or you can't understand them until the situation arises. I think that the more personally, and everybody has their own opinion upon how to deal with toxicity within the community. And if you're in a party with somebody and it's supposed to be like, you're supposed to be playing as a group, as friends and everything like that, I think it's perfectly acceptable at that point to call it out and be like, hey, you know what? I don't appreciate you talking to whoever it is or myself like that. We're all supposed to be here having a fun time together. And what you're putting out into the group right now is not conducive to that goal of us having fun together. If you're in a public lobby and you're just in some random squad, I'd probably still do a very similar thing. Just be like, hey man, that's really uncool. I don't appreciate that. And then because you're in a public lobby, you do have the option to change servers, change squads if it's just somebody that's in your squad. So I think there's a lot of nuance as to what you should do based upon the situation.
Yeah, I think I already kind of touched on this point earlier, you know, just saying how I've dealt with it in the past myself, or I've had it defended on my behalf. And I think you really hit the nail on the head too with what kind of situation you're in. You know, if you're in a very close group of friends and somebody says something offensive, by all means, have at it, say something. And it doesn't hurt to check with the person on the side anyway that was receiving the comment. You don't have to, you know, if no one reacts or everybody reacts, it's probably still important. No, not probably. It is still important to check with that person that was attacked or the comment was made towards, because they might not be handling it as well as everybody else is who's defending them.
Exactly. It's important to call it out, but it's also important to check on the person that the attack happened to. And I'm just gonna put that to trying to go back to just regular old YouTube. So unfortunately, not unfortunately, but he had to dip out of here. He's a very busy man as of these days. If you listen to his podcast, the podcast that he did with Mizzy, you know exactly how much he's got going on, and it's a lot. So glad to even be able to have him come in for the little bit of time that he was able to play, and hopefully he had a great time.
Yeah, it was great for him to take some time to join us today. That was really appreciative.
Yeah, exactly. Really solid on that one by him. So looks like TZ is going up to Charlie. So it's been, like I said, the servers have been very balanced. It seems like everybody that's in there knows that it's it's about just having a good time, and the teams. I heard from Galatron specifically, actually, that he got into the server last week, kind of towards the end. But even when it was kind of dying off and everything like that, he said SCO really takes the effort to make it a fun environment and to make it even on both sides, so that it's not just a steamroll by one team or the other. And it's really great to see that they take so much initiative to make sure that happens, because as we all know, public servers can be not that at all.
Yeah, this is very true. You don't know who you're getting into a public server with, and everybody's big and bad behind their keyboards and their consoles.
Indeed, they are. So looking like we are going to be coming to the end here pretty soon, and because it's such a back and forth battle right now, that's the thing about Merida. If you got two really evenly opposed sides, it can be a stalemate here. One side will have 3, the other side will have 3. That's one of the things about Merida that makes it a different map than most of the other Battlefield maps that I've ever played on. And it's got an even number of capture points, so the ticket bleed can literally be stalled, other than the actual tickets that are being lost because of deaths. So I've had some really long matches on Merida. So
yeah, they can either go really quick or really long.
oh yeah, and I have been on both sides of that equation, where it's been really quick where I'm winning, really quick where I'm losing, or just a really long game. So that's the fun of Battlefield, though. You really never know what is gonna happen out there. Sometimes you can kind of tell based upon the names that you see on the other side. Oh, big V1 just came in. TZ gets hit by it, but I do believe it was a friendly one. And so he's able to survive that, obviously. But let's switch on over to Sluggish right now and see what he's got going on. Looks like he is rocking the ZK. He did just get taken down. And see what I mean? You think you're hitting them, but you're not. I feel your pain, Sluggish. I feel your pain. Tarker is saying, marketing idea: make a keyboard in the shape of a sword for all the keyboard warriors. I like this. Or maybe not. Don't even make a real one, like a real actual physical one, but make a graphic of it so that you can have it in somebody's stream as an emote or something along those lines.
That's a cute idea.
That'd be a really funny idea. I like it a lot. Oh, in comes another V1. Where's it gonna hit? Oh, Steve just got blown up underneath the bridge at Charlie. And looks like the server might be dying out a little bit right now for them on Xbox. Seemed like they had a few spots open, but seems like they are having a good time. And I guess it sounds like Flagfire is still playing. He's just not streaming. He was, as we saw earlier, having streaming difficulties, unfortunately. So looks like we are going to be wrapping up here pretty soon. The game is almost over, so I'm going to let Miss Quinn go for right now and switch on over to a voice chat with the founder of Gamers We Care, Mizzy, so she can get some words in about the event. So we're going to switch to that. But thank you very much, Miss Quinn, for coming in, being my co-host. Talking to myself for an hour and a half would not have been fun.
Well, I'm glad I could help you out, and thank you for having me. It's been a real fun afternoon, actually. So
awesome. Well, thank you once again. We are going to switch on over with Mizzy No Name to talk to her let me get into the channel with her right now, and I'm going to turn down the, actually it was turned down pretty good. I'm going to turn down that so we can hear everybody, and she is, let's see if she's ready to go. To do that, see that she's in a voice chat, but isn't currently, she is muted. Got somebody else in there as well. Oh, looks like she needs a little bit of time. So, as they say, time to stretch it out. Time to stretch it out. I think you probably meant the actual wave emote, not the wave. Oh, and Tarkaru is in there with her. Oh, okay. So just I'll just do what I normally do for Call of Duty. Tell you what I'm seeing on the map, and we'll jump in there with Mizzy very soon. Oh, see, you gotta have the same name. I'm never gonna be able to remember that you got Tarkaru and then Mitch. Ugh. It's okay. It's okay. So looking like the tables have turned a little bit for the side of the streamers. Oh, and Sluggish just got taken out by the V1. So that is unfortunate, as you're not going to get picked up off of that one. So it seems like they're winning. Oh, nice maneuvering there by Steve to get that kill, Batman style, as I like to call it, coming in and jumping down below them. He is patrolling around Alpha, and I mean, this is just going back and forth. You know, first it's all blue, then it's red, then it's all good and fun. But like I said, that's exactly the type of environment that I want to be in, where it's a whole lot of people playing the OBJ, as they call it, and not a whole lot of your prone snipers out there just trying to get a couple of kills when they log on. But I used to do the sniping thing. I used to do it as well, but just can't seem to bring myself. Actually, I am doing it a lot more recently, because after 2 years of the game being out, more than 2 years, I'm finally trying to get every single gun gold. I still have yet to get everything, and I vehemently oppose the use of shotguns and MMGs. So that'll probably never happen, but I am going through the sniper rifles, and it looks like Mizzy is ready to go, and I guess Beard will be joining us as well. So let's head on over to that. Let me turn down the game volume in my ears a little bit. Keep it on for you guys. And let's see, there we go. Let's switch on over to have a chat with Beard and Mizzy.
How have they got snappy aim like that, bro?
All right, and we are here with Mizzy and Trusted Beard. How was the event for you?
Hey guys, how you doing? Wait, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I wasn't sure. I switched my mic quick. I heard before, guys, you couldn't hear me really. So I switched my mic again. I hope this time it is better. Yeah, it was really fun for me. It was really fun. It was great. We had lots of laughs, good moments here. I don't know, how did it look from the outside to you guys?
Yeah, it looked like a lot. I've been saying the entire time, it looks like SCO puts on a hell of an event. The servers looked very even and competitive, and looks like I'm gonna be joining in on the fun pretty soon.
Nice, nice. You jumped into. Did you see a difference? Like you jumped into all streams. Did you see a difference like there, or I don't know. I don't know how it worked from you guys. I couldn't watch really.
From a technical standpoint, or from like
Whatever.
a balance
Whatever.
standpoint?
I have no idea. Whatever you saw, did you see a difference there between PC, Xbox, and PS4 or 5?
From an actual like server side thing, no, like I said, it was very evenly matched on all accounts. So that's always great to see. You never really want to see just a giant steamroll by one side or the other. So, you know, that's really awesome that SEO is really able to pull that off and do it because, you know, how servers can be. And I think from an actual like viewing perspective, other than the viewfinders missing a little bit, and I have to adjust it, I think it was pretty good. I think the viewing was a pretty good experience, but you'd have to ask Chad about that one.
Chat. So how was it for you guys?
So
wait, is Beard, is he here? By the way, I don't know if
he's
can
here,
hear
but
me.
he's not talking. He's got himself
He's not
muted right
talking.
now.
Maybe okay, then I guess he missed it or something. I don't know. Guys, I want to say something again. Like, thank you so much all for being here. It's I think it's important that we do steps like this to build a community we would like to have. And this is, you know, this is just the beginning. You know, we start step by step doing new stuff like this, come together, looking for good moments. And I mean, at the end, like I said, we just want to play our part with you guys here, no matter who you are or where you are, where you're from. And this is great. I love it. So many amazing, awesome people here. Really, thank you. Also, another thank you to the GWC team here, like Cup of Joe. Thank you so much for streaming and broadcasting tonight. Miss Quinn, thank you for your kind words. I could listen here and there in between. It's really good to hear your voice, and I mean, equity, right? So we try to balance it out tonight. Really love it. And thanks again to the SEO community out there. So amazing how everyone jumped in here. Sluggish! I hope you had a great time as well.
Yeah, it was a great time to be had. By me, it's always been great to be able to get on, and also just, you know, unfortunately the Battlefield community right now is smaller due to all the factors that we know of. But to be able to see every single platform have a full server put on by a really great platoon that puts these on every Saturday night, it is just, you know, it shows that some people may think that Battlefield's, you know, quote unquote dead, but it's definitely not. You still got a lot of opportunities, and moving forward, the opportunities are going to be endless as we are obviously hoping that the next game is a smash hit. And also, in my opinion, I hope it's crossplay.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So,
SMK asked me again if you want to jump in, Joe, and have a word quick with them before. I don't know what your plan was. I just said I let you know. If you want to jump into their chats quick before you end the stream or anything, I don't know what your plan is here. Mission accomplished. And before I forget it, guys, tomorrow I want to say something quick. What happens tomorrow? I don't know, Joe, if you will do it later. I will just do it live, the universe, and so much more. That's what Deadeye and Sergeant Danger Cow, the EA Game Changer, will talk about tomorrow, 3 p.m. EST in the podcast. I hope I see you all there. I will be there, not as host, just watching as you guys do, and I'm really looking forward to that, to see what these guys are up to tomorrow. They didn't tell me, so it's a surprise for me as well.
I'm
We're
excited.
definitely looking forward to that. Yes, me too.
Deadeye is quite the he's just a great host of, you know, whether it has been a charity event in the past, or I'm sure tomorrow is going to be a whole lot of fun. He always brings the entertainment.
Oh, for sure. As you, my friend.
Thank you.
I think I would just leave you here, I guess. I will let the others know. Did you jump in there? Then I let the others quick know, or
Yeah, I mean, if I'll go to PlayStation real quick just to end off, I tried to save myself a little bit of bandwidth and clicked off, so I'll just go back to my single screen, but I'll jump in there, talk to them, ask them how the event went, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll let them know. Have a good night, everyone. Love you. Later.
All right. So there we go. That's the event, but we are going to jump into the chats with all of them to see if we can get a little bit of a reaction to the event and see how it went for them. So, gonna give them a moment of time to be able to make sure that Mizzy lets them know that I'm coming. You know, I don't want to catch them off guard, but I'll just say, looking at the stream that SCO'd one saying that it was a super cool event, super smooth, super good. Awesome. That is like what we like to hear. Helmet saying awesome. Targuru talking more about the actual gameplay aspect of it, saying that he thinks the PC players seemed a lot faster, charging a lot more. Console sort of took a more tactical ADS around corners type of route. And yeah, that is traditionally, having played both on console and PC now, that is kind of how it goes. The PC crowd, just the ability to have different types of and quicker movement, especially with the mouse, being able to snap on and snap off to people. That is traditionally how the gameplay is played on the different platforms. And that's just how it is. But I mean, I've seen some console players that can do the flicks. They're out there. They're crazy, but they can definitely do it. So let's see. Sluggish saying he's not going to lie, not enjoying this. These LRRP guys have the best aim ever. I've never run into them. They must be on the EU side. I tend to stick on the East Coast servers as I get good ping on them. But I did just get better internet. So, as I said, probably going to be jumping into PlayStation next week to see what it's all about. And hopefully I can have some halfway decent ping. We'll see. But yeah, it's tough running into a full squad or multiple squads of guys that are in there communicating. That's always a real rough one. So I'm gonna go and switch over and get in with Miss Sanitator and SMK. Pretty sure Neon will probably join in once he notices that I am in there. So let's see what's going on with them. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? How was the event for you?
Yeah. It went
The
well.
event's doing amazing for me, honestly. I'm trying to be gentle on some people, but it's a lot of fun for me, shall we say? Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm flicking left and right.
That's exactly it. We actually had Takaru coming in talking about how PC seemed to be a little bit more aggressive, charging in a lot more. But I'm like, pay attention to some of the PlayStation guys. They do that too.
Oh yeah. I think more this time around, it's more like everyone's going objective more than like going aggressive. I feel like.
That's what it seemed like watching from our bird's eye view. And but it seemed like the servers were very even throughout the entire night.
Yeah, the first like game, it was way unbalanced and stuff, but you know that's how Battlefield is. The PlayStation servers kind of died a little bit right now. It's 17-18, but it feels like a full server because obviously how everyone's playstyle is.
Right, definitely. So just wanted to come in, wrap it up, get some of your thoughts, how the event went, and any final things that you wanted to add in about the mission of tonight, which is equality in gaming.
Event overall has been super fun. Been really enjoying it. And I think what's just so great about it is obviously just everyone being together. Like I've just met, you know, a lot of new people, and I think, you know, people like Trusted Beard. I you know, spoke to him here and there, but it's the first time we've actually like really solid squad up and games, and I think it's really nice to meet him. And just kind of you know, play against and play with new streamers, and I think who I've not heard the names of before until now. So it's really nice to just have this community as a whole for once, and it just feels great. It's good moments.
For sure. How about you, SMK?
Yeah. I had fun. It was a wee bit. Obviously, you know, I like my raging moments and whatnot throughout. But yeah. Obviously, it's great to raise
You
awareness.
might be busy.
Sorry, what was that? What was that? Sorry, I missed something.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just in the game at the minute.
No, I think that might have been
yeah.
Neon saying something to do with chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had fun. I had fun. Obviously, the whole thing is about me new people. I think I got 5 or 6 new friend requests. during the whole event, so I've accepted all those guys during it. But yeah, or girls, I should say. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's good to meet new people, squad up with them, and new streamers and whatnot. I've never streamed with who was in the chat there as well with me, Miss Sanitaire. Yeah, I've never squad up with her before, so yeah, it's good. The fact that I've streamed up as squad up with Neon and whatnot before, but it's good to stream up with other streamers. I've kind of made a point of streaming up with different people throughout the month of February, and this kind of topped it all off for me. It was very enjoyable. Yeah, it was good. I had fun.
That's great. And yeah, there was a moment where you actually came in and saved Miss Sanitator, and she reacted in quite a funny way. So I'm pretty sure somebody clipped that out.
Oh, I wasn't aware.
Yeah,
I always react funny.
yeah. And speaking of Miss Sanitator, how was the event for you?
Good. I always enjoy the events. I'm one big ball of positive energy.
Yeah, I can definitely tell. It's haven't heard anything negative come out of you yet.
Hey, Sanitator, thank you for the revives.
You have to go far if you want to get something negative out of me.
For sure. Showing off those medic skills.
I love medicing around.
It is a lot of fun. But I'm going to hop on over to the PC chat. But again, thank you for coming out and involving yourself in this event this evening. It seems like everybody has had a lot of fun. And yeah, thank you once again. I'm going to switch on over and
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, we will catch you guys next time because I'm sure this is going to happen again.
Yeah. It'd be good to have this happen a bit more often.
I'll be
every
ready.
month or so. Yeah, it'll be good.
Awesome. Well, we will see you then. All right, let's go on over, see what PC has going on. All right. How is everybody doing? Can you hear me? How was the event?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hello. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm having a lot of fun. it's awesome to have a server full of people that know how to play Battlefield.
And
Yeah,
no
it's
vehicles.
more challenging.
More challenging.
Pretty much.
No vehicles.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
just,
just challenging playing against people who know what they're doing.
I
Yeah.
just wish they made community servers a lot better, not being so laggy-ish.
Ah, yes, that would be. I think that's a big issue, as well as just there's customization, but compared to some of the other ones, but still, SCO puts on a really great event with the options that they do have.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, any funny moments that you want to relay? Because we might have missed them. We were kind of bouncing around to all the different platforms.
I don't know
yeah.
so much about
Round
funny,
with
but
shovel.
Kerberos dropped a huge rocket like on one of the first matches.
Yeah, I
That
saw
was
that.
pretty sweet.
Nice. Big V1s are always fun to see.
On Rotterdam,
Yeah.
me and Gabby were trying to build a bridge and kind of fell off into the water.
Yeah, people were just like dropping in front of me as I'm building it. I'm like, guys, just 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
I think I caught that actually. That
Yeah,
was pretty
I
funny.
didn't try to, but yeah, it was kind of funny.
Yeah, definitely. So,
Yeah, unfortunately, I was AFK for about 10 minutes for a bit, so I hope that didn't mess anything up in the stream. But yeah, I had to go take care of something real quick.
oh no worries. We it seemed like the servers were kind of staggered in a very nice way. So when one would end, I would just switch over to another platform and constant action. So that was pretty awesome to be
Awesome.
able to happen. So, and it seems like a lot of the people watching the stream were really they like that. Obviously, the constant action, being able to see what you guys are out there doing. And we did have one Tarkaru come in and say that it seemed like on PC that the play is a lot more aggressive and fast paced. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Having switched over from PlayStation to PC now, it's a lot faster.
Yeah, you get sniped
it
a lot
is.
quicker.
There's a lot of PlayStation players that don't know that they can actually increase the field of view. So they still play with the default field of view instead of making it further, so it might be easier for them to actually turn or play.
Yeah, I always recommend in Battlefield, on console to turn it all the way up. Even BF1, it's a pretty good feature to turn up. Some people don't like it because of the fishbowl effect, but I don't know. I always do.
For sure. I mean, ever since I learned about that on, because I recently, well, back when Battlefield 5, I recently had gotten back into gaming after quite a long time off, and was like, somebody told me, because I was playing competitive at the time, they're like, yeah, just increase your FOV to max. And I'm like, oh, the world has changed now.
Yeah, it's entirely a new game.
Exactly. It felt like it. It felt like I was, for the first, day or two, it felt like I was moving at warp speed. And then I'm just like, okay, this is just how I run now.
Feels like the Flash playing.
Exactly. So any final thoughts before I'm going to go over to the Xbox crew and see what their experience was like? But final thoughts, and why don't I'll just go down the list. Gabbytron, final thoughts for the event.
A lot of fun. Thanks for having me. I'm running 170 ping, but it's still a lot of fun. So thanks.
For sure. And Galatron, how about yourself?
Yeah, it's been a good time. We've had some good interaction in the game with the SCO platoon and others that have joined up tonight. And I look forward to doing the next event. And it's been fun.
Awesome. And Lady Kerberos, are you there? I see that you are muted. If not, I can go on.
Yeah, sorry, I'm here.
Okay, perfect. How
Talking
about
to chat,
yourself?
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I've been having a lot of fun. It's nice. I wish we could do more things like this because breakthrough sometimes can get annoying because people don't PTFO and don't go on in the objectives. So, and I don't play Conquest because of the vehicle heavy. And it's nice having events like this without vehicles. It's enjoyable.
Definitely. Yeah, I understand your frustration with people not PTFOing. It's unfortunate that it happens like that, but I like the vehicles. I'm an assault guy. I like blowing stuff up. But I can understand why you don't like them, because they can be annoying for sure.
It's kind of annoying in Battlefield 5 because the vehicles in Battlefield 5 are not well designed. So playing vehicles in Battlefield 5 and people camping on a hill somewhere and not being useful as a tank player or whatever, I don't like it.
For sure. I've definitely had that experience. And last but definitely not least, Mr. LogantheBrawler, how was your evening?
I've been having a blast. It's been so much fun playing this event, and thank you so much for having me. These SEO guys, they put up this event almost every week, every platform, and it's always this much fun. So I highly recommend to join these guys on Saturdays and just play. And the atmosphere is amazing. Everyone's friends. There's no toxic things. It's amazing.
That is so great to hear.
And I have to add that playing these maps without the vehicles, without the tanks and everything, you're playing in a different way. The gameplay, the game style, and it's really fun. Actually.
I can definitely see how it would be. You're not worried about the tank that's rolling down the street. It's just,
exactly.
It's just the other person or the other 8 people.
Yeah.
So awesome. Well, it sounds like everybody that has been playing this evening has had an amazing time. Thank you once again, SCO and Derek from SCO, for putting on this event. As you said, I will definitely be starting to join in on these. It looks like a lot of fun. I'll probably do both platforms, PlayStation and PC, just to see what it's like on both of them. But thank you guys for coming out and being a part of the event. It's been awesome. It's so much fun to be able to see all the different platforms kind of, well, quote unquote, come together. Maybe we'll get to do that in the actual next Battlefield. That's a hope of mine.
Let's hope.
Yeah, I hope that.
We'll hope.
Exactly. So we are going to end this one, but thank you guys once again for coming out to the event. It's been awesome, but I'm sure this is going to happen again. So we will see you next time if you're able to make it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Joe.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Of course.
Nice.
Catch you next time.
Yeah.
All right. So I do believe that is gonna do it for this evening. Just want to make sure that we go back and see what we got in the chat. Looks like Zippy's like, WTF is a bone saw melee weapon. That is that from 5 or is that from 1? But yeah, it's literally like a bone saw that they would use, especially back in like the Revolutionary War, where they didn't have the best surgery equipment back then, so amputation saw. And Derek coming in from SCO saying massive thank you to everyone that joined. If you played, viewed, or streamed it, much appreciated, of course. And once again, thank you for putting this on. It's an awesome event, obviously, and I'm excited to join in on it. GG's to everybody from the chat that everybody played and everything like that. Adding a bone saw as a melee weapon in BF5. Yeah, that would be a whole lot of fun. But I am gonna end this one out. Just want to say thank you everyone for coming out. Thank you for allowing me to host this. It was a lot of fun. Mizzy, as always, thank you so much for bringing this awesome community together and being able to turn out this many great streamers to be able to watch all at once. It's just been a blast. And chat, thank you for coming in with all the questions, all of your experiences, and talking about those, being willing to put those out there. It's been awesome. Helmet, thank you very much. Looking forward to the next one. Chilling in the server, awesome. It's great. So sounds like everybody had a wonderful time, and that's exactly what we're here for. Talk about equality in gaming and have some fun playing some Battlefield 5. But for me, that's going to do it. My voice is just about gone now, so I am going to go have some tea, honey, and lemon to try to revitalize that. But yeah, make sure that you tune in tomorrow at 3 p.m. As Mizzy was saying, going to have Deadeye hosting the podcast. It's going to be a really awesome one. Again, I do not know what the actual topic is going to be, but I'm excited because Deadeye always has some good conversations whenever I've been in one with him or listening to one. So that is going to do it for this evening, but we will be doing this again, I am sure. So until then, everyone have, happy gaming. Be sure to treat everybody as you want to be treated. And yeah, let's just keep this going. This was awesome. I'm really excited to continue doing this. So, Mizzy calling in for a raid at the last moment. Thank you very much. If you want to just tell me who you would like to raid to, then I will set that up and get that going. So as soon as you do that, I'll make sure that we raid on over to them. If you could be in the Gamers We Care account to be able to say hello and everything, that would be awesome. As because of Restream, you really can't, unfortunately. It's tough to do. So Cylon saying thank you for the event to Mizzy, of course. Zippy saying had a tough time playing on the US servers. Yeah, unfortunately ping is gonna be an issue whenever you're playing across the pond, as they say. So looks like we are gonna be going and raiding Mr. Necro. So let me get that in, plug it into the chat, and the raid is going to happen. Everyone, have a wonderful evening. We will catch you next time. See you tomorrow, 3 p.m. EST. I'll be here. I hope you are too. Until then, we will see you guys later.